morning, students. So, myself Savita Kulkarni, as I have started with your science portion, 10th standard science portion. So, 10th standard one lesson, that is biology, life processes, we have completed. So, let us begin with the chemistry first chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. Before we start with this chapter, let us just will discuss what is chemistry. Yes, students, when you are talking about metals, elements, there is a formation of new substances, right? It may be of the physical change, chemical change, right? So all this, it may be the chemicals, metal, this everything includes or comes under the part of chemistry, right? So in this chemistry, we are going to discuss with our first chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. Hope you remember 9th standard already we have discussed what is element, right? Atom, molecule, that all we have discussed. So let us start with the chemical reactions and the equations. So first, students will try to understand what is the meaning of chemical reaction. What is the meaning of chemical reaction? See, two or more things. It may be the substances. They will react with each other. They will react with each other and you are going to get something new. The new substance you are going to get, and this process we are going to call it as the chemical reaction. Right? Hope you are understanding. See, hydrogen. Hydrogen, when reacts with oxygen, both are in the gaseous form. Hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas. So these gaseous forms, when they will react with each other in a particular proportion, right? So you are going to get a new substance. What is that new substance? Water. One example it is. So like that, when there is a reaction of two or more substances to form a new substance, that we are going to call it as chemical reaction. How we are going to get the new substance? That is because of chemical reaction. Right, students? Take down. The process of interaction of chemicals to form new substances is called chemical reaction. Let us take one example for this chemical reaction, students. Hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. Yes, can we say this as chemical reaction? Yes, this is one chemical reaction. Not only this, burning of a magnesium. You are going to take one magnesium ribbon, you are going to burn it. What do you mean by burn? Nothing but the combustion. Combustion means that magnesium reacted with the oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Right? So like this, so many reactions, examples we find for the chemical reactions. Not only these, students, day to day we find so many types of the chemical reactions. It may be the digestion of the food in our body. It may be the respiration, right? It may be the photosynthesis. It may be the rusting of the iron. Iron in the sense, it may be the table, benches. So day to day we find rusting of the iron we find, right? It may be burning of the crackers, right, students? So many examples we can take which we find in our day-to-day life. Knowingly, unknowingly, chemical reactions are going on, right? But that one in particular we are going to discuss, right? Okay, so what is chemical reaction? the substances will react with each other and will give us the new substance. We are going to call it as chemical reaction. Okay, this is half of the heading of your lesson. What is another half? Chemical equations, chemical reactions and chemical equations. What is this, students? Chemical equations? Yes. See here, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. I have written it in words. Are you comfortable with this? Comfortable in sense. Can you understand how many hydrogen atoms are taking part? No. Can you, just looking at this sentence, can we say what is the state of that element? No, we can't. So what we will do, just to simplify this, what we have written in words, to simplify that, scientists, what they did? They took the mathematical representation. Mathematical representation. In our lower classes we have discussed elements, we have given the symbols. To write the compounds we are using the formulas. So using compounds and formulas we can write this same reaction in terms of equation. So that is called as the chemical equation. Hope you are understanding, students. See, hydrogen. So let me write H2 reacts with plus oxygen O2, which forms, what it forms? Water. The formula of water is H2O. See, students, is it easy and we can understand the state? So many information we can get with this chemical equation, right? H2, what this indicates? 2 atoms of hydrogen and 2 atoms of oxygen react with each other, and as you know, students, hydrogen is in the gaseous form. For our information, we can write it here. Below that, we can write the state. Okay, and oxygen in the gaseous form. What about the state of water? Liquid state. So with the chemical reaction, if you write it in terms of chemical equations, what you can understand? You can understand what is the state of those elements or the compounds, or you can understand how many are taking part, what is the proportion. See, H2O, we can understand 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So what we can write? 2:1. 2:1, because 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen involved, that is the compound called as water. Right, students? Like this we can understand the reactions easily when you write the chemical reaction in terms of equations. Fine? Take down the meaning of chemical equations. A mathematical way used to represent chemical reactions using symbols and formulas. Okay. See, students, so this is one best example, easy example to understand the chemical equation. See here, hydrogen reacts with oxygen, right? So these two we are going to call it as reactants. They are reacting with each other. So they are called as the reactant, which we are writing in the left side of the equation. So LHS, left hand side. Our left hand side of the equation we are writing, and right side what you are writing? RHS, we are writing the products. Products means what new substance you are getting after the equation, after the reaction. So those are called as the products. Okay, first point, students. So left hand side whatever we are writing, or which elements or compounds take part in the chemical equation are called reactants. What new substances will form, those are called as the products. Fine. See here, these reactants, now two reactions are here. This we are dividing, or we can differentiate with a plus sign. Okay. Reactants and products are separated with the arrow mark. Reactants and products are separated with one arrow mark. For example, this side, product side. After this again one more is there. How to write? Plus. Again you can write the plus sign and you can continue. Right? So like this is the first way of representing the chemical equations. Not only this, students, there are certain conditions to represent the chemical equations. What are all those conditions? See, sometimes in presence of heat we find this reaction, in presence of sunlight we find, in presence of the light, electricity, like this there will be so many conditions, right? These conditions, how we are representing? Let me write with the x and y, students. Just this is one example. So x plus y. Okay, x plus y reactants. So what you are getting? Z. Okay, it is in presence of heat. So above the, what is this, arrow mark, or below this you can write that term. Or usually the heat we will represent with the triangle, right? If you want to represent pressure, you can write it here. Or if you want to write the pressure in terms of number, that also you can write 5 atmospheric pressure. Like that you can write. If it is electricity also you can write here. Right? If it is in presence of sunlight. So whatever is the condition above the equation, means above the arrow mark or below the arrow mark, you can write it back. So this is one condition to represent the equation. Hope you are understanding? Right. The next one. We are using x plus y gives z in presence of a catalyst A. Can you understand? In presence of catalyst. Hope you know the meaning of catalyst, students. So it is a substance which helps to increase the rate of reaction. It may not involve in the reaction, but it helps to increase the rate of reaction. So that is called catalyst. So what you will do? So catalyst name you are going to write, it might be above the arrow mark or below the arrow mark. Following? So this is one we are using. Next one. Can I write it here? The next condition. Carbon plus oxygen gives what? Carbon dioxide. Correct? So carbon dioxide, which state it is? Gaseous state. So if it is a gas in the product side, we are representing with upward arrow mark. If it is a gas in the product side, we are representing with the upward arrow mark. Can you understand? Yes. One more condition we can find, students. Zinc reacts with copper sulfate to give zinc sulfate plus copper. So you have taken one beaker. In the beaker you have filled the copper sulfate solution. You are going to add the zinc particles. What reaction takes place there you cannot see, but you can understand that. So what happens there? Zinc sulfate will form, and at the bottom of that beaker you are going to get the copper particles. Right? So they are at the bottom Right, students? Like this, we find the conditions. There is one more condition we can write. Let me explain with example. NaCl, common salt, table salt, what we use to eat, plus water. You took the beaker, beaker is filled with the water. You have added 1 teaspoon of common salt. Now, what reaction happens there? These NaCl will divide into Na plus and the Cl minus. Correct? So, what is the state of NaCl? It is in the solid state. You can write it below this. Like this, you can write. What is the state of water? Liquid. What is the state of Na plus? Aqueous solution. Hope you know the meaning of aqueous solution. If you have taken a solid, put it in the water, and if it is dissolved, so that is called as the aqueous solution. So both sodium, Na plus is the aqueous and Cl minus is the aqueous. Right, students? So like this, you can represent the physical state of the elements or compounds. Right? So these are all the conditions how we can represent the chemical equations. Hope you are understanding? Yes. So after telling this chemical equation, let me come back to chemical reaction, because there are some characteristics of the chemical reactions. This you understood, students? Yes. Take down the heading. Characteristics of chemical reactions. First one, change in state. Change in state. When there is a chemical reaction, you can find change in the state of the substance. See, take the same example, best example. H2 plus O2 gives H2O. Right? See, what is the state of hydrogen? Gas. What is the state of oxygen? Gas. What is the new substance? Water. What is the state of the water? Liquid. Means when the chemical reaction takes place, you may find the change in the state of the new substance. New substance may change its state. Solid to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to aqueous. Like that it can change. So that is the first factor, change in state. Second one, change in color. The second one, change in color. For this also let us take one example. You take the iron, put it in the copper sulfate solution. What is the color of copper sulfate solution? It is blue in color, bluish in color. So in the copper sulfate solution, when you put the iron particles, what happens? It will turn into FeSO4, iron sulfate, with the formation of copper. Copper will settle down at the bottom of the container and you are going to get the iron sulfate. Now what is the color of the iron sulfate? It is blue-green. Blue-green is the color of the copper sulfate. Here it was blue, turned into blue-green. Means with this equation what we can understand? When chemical reaction takes place, we may find change in the color of the new substance. New substance may change its color. Okay. Next one, evolution of a gas. The third character, evolution of a gas. Evolution means liberation of the gas. To this also you take one example. Zinc plus sulfuric acid, H2SO4. You take the zinc, add the sulfuric acid. What you are going to get? Zinc sulfate. Zinc reacts with the sulfate, and what is going to liberate out? Hydrogen gas. take the calcium oxide, add water, right? When the reaction takes place, after that you touch the test tube, you will feel it hot, right? Because heat liberates out after this reaction, right? So it may also happen, that is change in the temperature. So these are all we are going to consider as the characteristics of chemical reactions. What are all the characteristics? Change in state, change in color, change in temperature and evolution of the gas. Like this, so many changes we find of the chemical reaction, students. Right? I hope you are observing here. Here I got H2 plus O2 gives H2O. Then here I got 2, here I got 2. What is this? So this is called balancing of the chemical equation that we will discuss in our next class. This much you revise today, understand it, right? So we will continue tomorrow. Take down the today's work. What is chemical reaction? What is chemical reaction? Second one. What is chemical equation? What is chemical equation? Third question. What are the characteristics of chemical reaction? What are the characteristics of chemical reaction? With example you have tried, students. Next question. What are all the conditions? What are all the conditions to represent chemical equations? To represent chemical equations. Just now I told you temperature, catalyst, pressure, it may be the state. How we will represent that? We have to write the equations. Okay, students? We'll continue in our next class. Complete your work. Okay? Fine. Thank you.